What is up, everyone? It's Deltlead, and today we are playing Juno New Origins. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, this is a new game. Actually, no, this is Simple Rockets 2. This is the same game I've been playing since the beginning of my channel, but boy, they have given it a facelift with a new logo and a new name and a new theme. Very, very interesting choice from Juno. I'm going to be making a video talking more about why they chose the new name at a later date, but for now, what I want to be doing in this video is not talking about the new name, it's not talking about the new features. All I want to do in this video is play career mode. That's right, everyone, it has finally come to the game. Career mode is a thing with contracts and tech trees and all the goodies, so we're going to be going ahead and getting into that with my own brand new career mode. Now, full disclosure, I have obviously played this before. You know, you're looking at a save in the career mode, so I have, it's not this isn't a first look. I've played it a little bit, but we're going to be going ahead and starting from scratch. We need to name our company. We're going to go ahead and call it Integrated Space Systems, and we're selecting the career game type, which actually does something. Now, Sandbox is still available, and if you go to Sandbox, you can choose custom planetary systems like normal, but the career mode is a whole new thing. Alright, so we are here at the start of career mode, and you can see we have $5,000, 0 contracts, 0 active craft, and only 10 tech points here. Now, there's a little tutorial we'll go ahead and talk through.
Salutations, my name is Juno, and lately I've been getting really excited thinking about space exploration, but I have enough stuff to do already in my grandfather's research company. To satisfy my needs, I have decided to offer you some incentives to see how close you can get to the stars.
Let's check out the tech tree and see what I can offer you. So let's go ahead and click on the tech tree. This little bit is a tutorial introducing you to the start of the game. Welcome to the tech tree. Click on the Druidman side to see what technologies it contains, and then click unlock. This one won't cost any tech points, so it's a great bargain. So this unlocks the Druid part, or actual crew, and it gives us some information here about the part, and then it also increases the number of Druids we can use. We'll go ahead and unlock that. And Common Ground, also free. This gives us the label part and the camera part. Great. Cheap little small parts. Now, here's our first big decision, right? Now, we've got a big tech tree ahead of us with a lot of different stuff we can look at. Do we do Backyard Scientist up here, which unlocks the command disk gyro, solid fuel type, the Goblin's solid motor, and fins, so that gives us basically the rocketry path, or we can come down to RC Enthusiast, and that gives us tires and structural panels. So I'm going to go with Backyard Scientist. Obviously, it's a rocket game. So now that we've unlocked our Backyard Science, let's actually take a contract. Let's go over here, and oh, before we do that, the tutorial wants me to show the rest of these panels. So you've obviously got your contracts panel right here. We have a new customer, Buck Marshall.
Buck Marshall is the mayor of Juno Village, a small settlement in the largest mountain range in Drew. He has been trying to promote the aerospace sector in the region, and finally someone gets to use the infrastructure he constructed. So prepare for some challenges, and he's got a contract right here.
But what we want to look at is the milestones. So instead of getting tech points from, like in Kerbal Space Program, taking science experiments and then going and basically running science experiments during your missions, you get tech points from fulfilling contracts, from spending money, from launching crafts, all these different milestones here. Each of these gives you tech points, and there's also planet exploration milestones. So here we have Drew orbit, or escaping atmosphere, orbiting, landing on the surface or making contact with the surface, visiting all the landmarks, and completing all the milestones. Each of those is a little checkpoint, and then in here we have milestones as well. So there's a whole bunch of landmarks that give you tech points up here, and then we also have milestones, the number of stable orbits that we have launched craft into, all the way up to 200 tech points for 1,000. Number of hyperbolic orbits, highest climb, deepest dive, distance travel, distance flying, different distance navigating, distance swum, distance walked, land speed, water speed, airspeed, all these different milestones here. And each of those gives you a tidy little sum of tech points for accomplishing them. So there's a lot of different ways that we can pick up some tech points along the way. So we're going to go ahead and do the vertical shot. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, we'll do the tutorial. Just play through it. All right, we've built our first rocket, and we'll launch it. So we've got some new launch options as well. We have the Juno Village pad and the Juno Village runway. Now, you'll notice that we've got some dimensional restrictions. Can't be bigger than 10 meters tall, 3 meters wide. Gives us coordinates of the launch site. Gives us our altitude, planet, and how much it costs per kilogram to launch a payload from there. So for now, we're just doing the Juno village pad. It's a nice, small little launch pad up in a mountain village, rural area of the world. All right, so this is the first little area you start out. This is the launch pad. It is a very small little launch pad. We can zoom out here. We see the village itself up here. Our little runway, which is actually sloped, kind of interesting. Some hangars, control tower, some more hangars, a little ramp that gets down onto the plateau. And if we continue zooming out, you see we are in a very large mountain range. And hey, we see Luna and Brigo. So this is the new launch location. And honestly, this is a very pretty place to start your campaign. It's all very nice. So we're going to go ahead and get out of the tutorial. I don't need help. Not complicated. We're going to launch our rocket. Gonna give it just a little bit of pitch it away from the village. Ideally, we don't want to fly the rocket right back to the village and cause some property damage, get put into civil court for a negligence. That'd be a bad way to start off our aerospace career. So we're gonna launch on a relatively vertical trajectory that's gonna put us slightly away from all the people down there. And this is a very basic mission. We're just flying straight up, but we're getting up there, and we already got our first tech point you saw for achieving altitude. So it's just that easy. We went ahead and got some research points, some tech points that we can use later. So we've hit our apoapsis, or not quite, but we've hit our target altitude. Here we go. We've hit another target record, so that's another 20 tech points. Sweet. We're just gonna 5 times time acceleration and impact. Totally destroyed the rocket, unsurprisingly. All right, so that's it. We've gained $4,000 for that contract, and we'll destroy the craft because it was very thoroughly broken there. So that's it. We've completed that first contract, and now we can move on to other contracts. Now, this next one's very simple as well. I'm just going to go ahead and launch this guy. For this next one, we need to self-destruct the rocket in flight. So I'm just going to go ahead, 5 times time acceleration. We're above 30 kilometers, and boom, we destroyed the craft. End flight. Destroy the craft, and we're done. We can do the fireworks contract, which means we need to get above 10 kilometers. We need to have a boom greater than 3,162. Okay. Or we can launch a craft 30 kilometers, and this one gives us more money, so we're going to go ahead and do that one. But before we do that, we have some new tech points to spend. So 40 tech points gets us one thing. We could do chemistry lever, which gives us, liquid fuel engines if we want. We could do the novice managers, which gives us more contracts, which I'm kind of tempted to do, and that gives us map view. First, what I want to do is the RC enthusiast. Then we're going to go ahead and do staging, because we can use staging and these, basic solid rocket boosters. Even though we're using very cheap, very basic engines, we can really push them just by adding that second stage. We can really get a lot more. So we're going to also accept the going high and the going sideways contracts at the same time, because I'm pretty sure I can do them both. No problem. Let's go ahead and work on our design here. What we're going to do is we're going to make it bigger. I'm not going to accept the tutorial at this point. We do not have enough thrust to weight ratio with this single motor here to get this whole rocket going. Actually, I'm gonna put them on the sides real quick, just so that I can get them nicely lined up. And just a little bit more, a little bit more spacing. That looks good. All right, so we've got our 2 rocket motors there. That'll be plenty. That gives us a thrust to weight ratio of 1.9, almost 2. Also, let's make this look a little better while we're here. That looks plenty good. We're gonna go ahead and launch at the village pad. So just making the rocket a little bit bigger, I think that's all it's gonna take to get both of these contracts, right? There is a new part category that they've added called payloads. So here we can add the actual payload for the mission right there. So yeah, that's actually what we've come here to launch. And I can't resize this part. This is a mission specific part. So we've got the payload there. It looks a little wonky, but honestly, that'll be fine. Go ahead and launch, and I'm just gonna pitch this over 5 degrees. Let our little solid rocket motors throttle up there. Bingo. Good. And because we have gyros, I can actually rotate this a little bit, which is nice. We're just going to have to go ahead and rotate it around a little bit. What is our current projected apoapsis? Orbit. Hold this info up. We need to get this number over 80. Oh!
What? What the f?
Ah. Well, that didn't work. Okay, hold on. Undo and exit. So, yeah, we weren't anticipating drag being a serious concern there. So, for our next launch, we'll be a little bit more cautious of it. But we should still be able to do it with this rocket, so long as we don't have any overheating issues. First engine has burnt out. We've lit the second engine. And our apoapsis is clear of 80 kilometers. Boom, we are space bound. That'll be more than enough to kick us free. Still, we got another 30 tech points just from that. Oh, we need to deploy our fairings here. So, even if we didn't complete the going sideways contract, see, we've only traveled 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're not going to get the going sideways contract, but we did do going high. We deployed our fairings here, and you can see the little payload. Looks like some sort of sensor, some sort of instrument there. Not really sure what that's supposed to be, but we did not get enough lateral distance. We're landing a little over 13, a little over 14 kilometers just down the valley here, and we've crashed. All right. So, not the full success we were looking for, but we did get one of the contracts done, so definitely not a total failure. Let's see what we can do. We can do the contract again and just go sideways. Honestly, that'll do it. We can actually strip this rocket back down to its more basic form. Get rid of this. Get rid of the payload. We don't need that anymore. Just do a regular nose cone. And I say call it good. Let's just launch. Pitch over fairly hard this time. And light the engines. We're just going to go for it. At this point, we're just sending it. And we'll time accelerate. Nothing crazy to watch here. We are 30 kilometers away. No time. No need to survive. We're just going to touch down. So just let it roll here. And here we come to the ground. Going over Mach 2. Hard contact with the ground. And that will do us. So we have crashed. But we've gained another 40,000 in contract payouts. We're up to 100K. That is a nice tidy sum. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of ground missions now. Stepping aside from the higher paying rocket missions, we're gonna go back and do a couple easy rover missions. So this first one, we literally just have to drive a rover right off the end of the runway and get at least 150 meters before we hit the ground. All right, so yeah, we have the world's ugliest car, but what we can do is drive it off the cliff. I don't even have any steering enabled on these wheels. Don't need it. Hey, but we set a land speed record. We're going 33, 34 meters per second. We're going to drive clean off the cliff here. Easily, you're going to make 150 meters. And more. And here we go. Ready? 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 We'll see. Can we survive contact with the ground? Wheels are engaged. Oh, 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 oh! We're rolling. We're rolling. Oh, we might just survive this. We might just survive this. How much damage have I taken? So little damage. Oh, it's like it's built out of titanium. This thing is tough. We'll throw the brakes on. We can even recover the craft. So really, we didn't even lose any money there. Perfect. So we've got a couple options. We've got fireworks. We've got wet rockets. Wet rockets is probably the hardest one so far. I'm tempted. Maybe we do this one. Maybe we do a couple easy ones first. This one says it's hard, and it really is hard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Should we do fireworks? Let's do fireworks for now. Let's do fireworks, and then we'll do wet rockets.
If something's hard to do, then it's not worth doing.
I think that's the way to go. So fireworks, we need to have a explosion 10 kilometers over the village that is greater than 3,000 explosive power units. This will be enough explosives. 9.68. So we're coming right up on the max height. Our max height for this launch pad is 10 meters, right? 9.78. 2, 3, 4. 9.98. So that is as tall of a rocket as we can use. Yep, I think we're going to do it. 100% thrust. Let's just send it. So we're going to go ahead and select this fuel tank, which is our explosives fuel tank. 3,181. I hope that is enough. 3,162. So if I explode it, boom! Finally, we've accomplished the mission. Acquired 20,000 in funds at the cost of a $10,000 rocket there. Let's do the wet rockets contract. That's the real challenge right now. We have 70 tech points up here in our top left corner. Let's put these to use, right? Explosives with the hull gives us the better solid rocket boosters. I really am partial to those. I'm also gonna take lights because we might be able to do a 2-in-1 here, because my idea is to go suborbital, basically lob a rocket out of the atmosphere and then have it crash down into the water. That is the idea we're going with here. All right, we're gonna have our nose cone. Nothing special there. And then I'm going to have our upper stage. So that'll be our upper stage. 127,000? Why are you so expensive? Yep, that's as cheap as I can make it. And it's 48, almost 50K. This contract only pays out 100K. Ooh, you're pricey, sir. What about the pressure fed engine? Is it a little cheaper? Okay, so we'll make that work as our upper stage engine. And honestly, that'll get us most of the way there. We can actually shrink this down. We don't need that much delta V in that upper stage. Yeah, we're really trying to be as cost effective as possible with these engines. We're on a budget. Literally, we're on a budget. So that's the new challenge, because this is a very simple mission, you know, launch a rocket suborbital, land it in the water, but you only have $100,000 to do it, and I've already used 23,000 just in this upper stage here. We're gonna use not the Ifrit solid rocket motor. That's so expensive. We're gonna use these little guys again, but we can actually make them 50% larger because of the tech node we unlocked. We can actually increase the size of our rocket motors, just like that. So stage 1, 1.37, stage 2, 2.88 kilometers per second. That should do it. I kind of want to give this just a little bit more fuel. We're really going to have to kick that upper stage up into the upper atmosphere here. And I think that'll be it. We'll maybe bring this down a little bit, reduce our mass. Decent burn time, good starting weight. I think we've got a solid shot at making this on the first try. Now, before we do anything else, I can't go to the map, so we'll use this map down here. Where's the closest water? It would appear to be northwest of us. Ignite our engines. And then once we start getting off the ground, once we've gotten off the ground properly, I'm going to go ahead and start pitching us northwest. A little bit more west than north to cancel out the rotation of the planet, because the planet is rotating counterclockwise in the east direction. There we go. Right, time accelerate just a little bit. Engine burnout. Second stage ignition. Our first stage is falling away. We are accelerating again, which is what I like to see. But we are going to go ahead and pitch this guy down. As soon as we get into space, we've got the 1,000 meters per second down pat. Easy money. Boom, there it is. Light speed, done. All right, now all we have to do is land in the water. So I'm gonna go ahead and pitch flat and hope we didn't overshoot. Oh, we didn't overshoot, did we? Did we clean overshoot? Oh, we way overshot. Oh, we're still gonna land in the ocean. So we way overshot our target. But we're now coming down on the other side of the continent. Yep, re-entering. Here's our re-entry. And we didn't... Oh, shoot. You know what? That's all right. That's okay, because we did get money from the other contract. And hey, we have a new customer, Professor von Pricklespack. As much of a wacky scientist Pricklespack may be, he is one of the most renowned researchers on Drew. He's looking for some help to gather data to prove the presence of other forms of life in the Juno system. Guten Tag, Professor Pricklespack, whatever your name is. We're not going to take his contract yet, because I want to get this wet rockets contract done. All right, throttle up, launch. Here we go. Up. And then I'm going to go ahead now, put us on the correct heading. And off goes our second stage. I guess one thing I could do, and I haven't thought about, I can just stop my second stage from burning, huh? Maybe I should have thought about that earlier, but I can actually control my upper stage here. We've got gyros. You know, if I was smarter, I probably would have done this the first time, is just stop, you know, accelerating in the wrong direction. Cool. All right, we're going to hit the water for sure. We are coming down now over the ocean. Hey, we survived. Will we collect anything if we actually like recover this? Oh, it's gonna cost. Okay, never mind. Boom. So we've done another crew. We've done wet rockets. All right. So with that, we have one last contract that I want to do in this episode. It's Drew orbit. We need to get a rocket that can go to orbit. Now, our last iteration of this build actually almost did it. We were really close to actually getting into orbit with this thing. The one thing I'm going to change, these little amateur engines, we're going to swap them out for a proper solid rocket engine. And we're going to use a cone and pull up our performance analyzer for the first stage. Now, stage 1 is going to give us 2.21 kilometers per second delta V and 46 seconds of burn time. That is plenty. Stage 2 is going to give us another 2. I'm just going to go ahead and make our second stage 1 meter, just a little bit longer, and that should put us over the edge. Now, this rocket currently costs us 118,000, and most of that is from this solid rocket motor down here. 85,000 is the lion's share. But that's fine. You know, that's actually totally okay, because this contract's worth 500,000. We're going to go ahead and launch east on a 090 heading. We still don't have access to the map, so I'm going to be using just my flight panel here to see where I am in my orbit. Throttled up. We are ready to go. Our staging is verified. All right, getting ready to launch in 3, 2, 1, ignition. Our rocket's throttling up. And we have liftoff. All right, so we are off the ground. I'm going to go ahead and pitch over. And we are moving towards the sky. I wish I could throttle this down already because we are accelerating very quickly. A thrust to weight ratio of 3 is more than I'd like here. Drag force 4.4. All right, we've just passed max Q. All right, we're going to be fine temperature-wise. I'm going to go ahead and pitch over hard now. Yep, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. All right, still got a little bit more thrust in my engine here. All right, main engine burnout. We're going to light our upper stage engine, and we're going to burn basically flat to the horizon now. We're going to use all 2 kilometers per second of our delta V to accelerate our rocket into orbit. What's our burn time? 45 seconds? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wait to burn the last of our fuel. So we have... Are we going to come up short here? Oh, no, we just came up short. Okay. All right, 9.26, thrust to weight ratios look good. 5 kilometers per second of delta V. Is 5 going to be enough? Are we going to be efficient enough in this launch? Time is soon to tell. We're about to find out. All right, throttle up. Position everything I want where I want it. Lock my heading. Ignite the engine. Here we go. This one's for all the dominoes. I'm going to quickly pitch over. Increase my proportional response. Honestly, there's not much more I'm going to be able to do about that. That'll have to be okay. Yeah, we're doing great. All right, I'm going to pitch all the way over to the horizon early. Has the nose cone taken any heat damage? No, it's getting warm, but it's still not taking any damage. That's good to see. Don't need that anymore. We're just going to go ahead and separate. Second stage. Hard pitch over. Whoop, whoop. Okay, hold on. Let's get back under control here. There we go. Okay. Don't want to be burning in the wrong direction. So our thrust rate ratio right now is sitting at a 1.3. I'm pitching up slightly. All right, everything's looking good so far. Let's go ahead and time accelerate. All right, I think this is going to do it. I think we are here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throttle way down. I don't know if I want to kill the engines yet. Actually, yeah, we'll kill the engines. You have the last 15% of fuel to burn here, and I want to burn it at apoapsis so I'm not wasting any energy in the vertical direction. 3,000 meters per second. Flight log. Nothing in the flight log of note. All right, this is it. This is it. This is it. Periapsis. Here it comes. We are in Drew orbit. Took us a couple attempts there to get that right. Really just refining it, making sure we actually got a nice, efficient build. But hey, that's it. We are in Drew orbit. We've got a little bit of fuel left in the fuel tank. I could deorbit this if I want to. I actually do want to deorbit this. There's no reason to keep this up. Hit the atmosphere at like an obtuse angle. Just let it burn up on entry. And our temperature is not climbing that fast. We're actually, because we're empty, we don't have a lot of mass, we don't have a lot of inertia, so we're slowing down very quickly before we're able to take a lot of damage. So look at that. We're actually we're gonna fall down to Drew relatively unscathed. I don't think we took any damage. No, we took no damage. Well, this will actually get back to the ocean in one piece. How crazy is that? Okay, totally could. Actually, I'm kind of tempted. Should we try flying this a little bit? Flying this back down for re-entry? Yeah, we're moving our prograde vector. So I can dive, get some speed, and then maybe if we dive enough, we're a kilometer up from the water. Yep, flare out, flare out, flare out. Oh, we can kill enough velocity here. 50 meters per second, totally survivable. Look at that. In the water, no problem. Let's see how much this is worth to recover. Oh, never mind. It's not worth recovering. Boom. Well, that's it. We've done it. We've achieved Drew orbit. We have a lot of extra tech points that we're going to get to use in the tech tree here. 70 tech points. That'll get us. We could do like some really heavy solid rockets, or we could do some just, you know, some smaller tech trees, start to fill out the lower branches, maybe unlock novice managers here. And we've done another major contract. So we've got these smaller ones. Honestly, we can skip over them for now. But hey, that's it. That's career mode. Jundru has done a ton of work to bring this to fruition. I mean, this has been in the works for a long time coming. And I really like it. I think they did a good job balancing the sandbox nature of the game with a good progression system that's similar enough to what people are familiar with that they're not going to be thrown off by it. But it's different enough that it's not just, you can't just say it's a Kerbal Space Program knockoff. Like there's some variety and some difference in how they're doing things. You see like our milestone progression here and all that we've started to fill out already just in the couple of missions we've done. This is definitely a huge step in the right direction. I'm so happy with how it plays, how it feels, all the bugs they've fixed from the closed beta. It really is an awesome update. You can see here we're in version 0.9.999.99999. So the 1.0 update is just around the corner, expecting it to come out later this month. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know that you enjoyed it. Your likes and comments, your engagement with the video is what the YouTube algorithm feeds on. It's what it needs to see, that it shows it to other people. So if you want to help support the channel, the best thing you can do is just interact. Leave a like, leave a comment. I will go down there, reply to all your comments. I love talking to you guys down in the comment section. Get wild down there. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, y'all.